So let's talk about Wicked for Good, the sequel slash part two to last year's Wicked. And I've got to say, there's a lot to talk about. So we're going to get right into it because I think in order to fully discuss the issues with the movie, there does require some spoiler talk, but I'm going to avoid spoilers until the end of the video. So let's just get right into it. The story is pretty simple. It is a continuation of part one because, again, it is just part two. And so it picks up maybe a month or two after the previous installment. And it really just gets going. It's very cool how it integrates in with Wizard of Oz, which, let's be honest, it was all over the material, and you knew it was bound to happen eventually, and just the way that it is all executed is underwhelming, to say the least, because the narrative structure of the first one is what really makes it interesting, and this one, it just tries to tie in too much to Wizard of Oz that it hurts it narratively. So I'm going to give a Hot Pocket score here for the story. Cinematically speaking, it is still gorgeous. It has the same fantastic production that the first one had. It's just not as well paced story-wise, and I do think that the songs in this second half are not as strong or as memorable as the first half songs. I think that leaving the theater, I'm like, I can't think of any song, while in the first one, I easily remember Popular and Defying Gravity. But this one, I'm just like, I hope you're happy. But then again, I think I heard that one in the first one as well. So it's a really interesting little problem. But yeah, still same great production and visuals from the first one. So I'm going to give a hand grenade score here. Directing, I think it was still fairly well directed. Again, there's many pacing issues, but nothing just insane from a directing perspective. Like, no weird shots. I actually do kind of like how it's directed, but I think it's also heavily inspired from the stage musical and how they did it. I don't know, I've never seen the stage play, but everyone who I've talked to says that the stage play is still significantly better. But I don't know, it's cool choices and ideas, but like film wise, it's not like great. So I'm gonna give a slight Hot Pocket score. Performances, the acting, I think the performances in part two are a little below what part one was. I think part one was really well acted, but part two, man, I don't know. It was like the whole thing just felt underwhelming because it was so jumpy. We never really got to focus with the characters as well as we did in the first one, and it really hurts even all of their performances. So it was just a tough time. So I'm gonna give a Hot Pocket score for the acting as well, because like, while all the cast was the same and the material was the same, I just felt like everyone was just a step below. I guess Cynthia Erivo was definitely a step below because she was very in and out of this second half, which kind of makes sense. And Ariana had more to do, and she just, the more she had to do, just wasn't good from a material standpoint, but she was still good with the material, and it's just rough, man. It's just rough. So yeah, I'm gonna say Hot Pocket score there. Expectations and experience, and this is where I'm gonna have to get a little bit spoilery. So if you haven't seen it and you don't want to know anything, skip this part now. Just know that I'm gonna say that this is a certified Hot Pocket movie. Like, you would only really watch it because you would want to watch the first half, but the first half kind of ends satisfyingly enough that you don't really need the second half. But yeah, Hot Pocket score. But now, 3, 2, 1. If you don't want to hear spoilers, you should have already left. So let's get into it. I think that the main thing that this film hurts from is its need to be taking place during Wizard of Oz. And so much is happening, but now it's all on a super tight, condensed timeline because the Wizard of Oz event has happened. The house has fallen. And so much of the movie feels rushed, like, oh, yeah, no, me and the monkeys, we were enemies, but now we're just randomly friends. And, oh, yeah, Fiero, you're the scarecrow, but you were not in the right spot, so now we just have to somehow magically get you from being way behind Dorothy to now being in front. Like, how did you pass her without her seeing? It's just it's a tough ask trying to fit in with the hour and 40 minutes because it clearly takes place like through like a day or two, maybe 3, but my goodness, it just feels so rushed, and you're led to believe so many things by watching Wizard of Oz, like, oh, she's been here a while, she's been terrorizing a while, but then you find out, like, she's been terrorizing for only a month, but it makes it seem like she was destroying and wreaking havoc for years, when in reality, it's maybe been, like, maybe 2-3 months tops, which just really underwhelms everything, and it kind of hampers Wizard of Oz as well. So, yeah. Expectations and experience, definitely a Hot Pocket score. And as I mentioned already, this is a certified Hot Pocket movie. I'm not really itching to rewatch this. Because if I do want to rewatch this movie, like, again, I'll say part 1, it's already got a satisfying enough ending that I don't really need to see part 2 to get the full enjoyment out of the story. So, yeah. That's pretty much all I have to say. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment down below your thoughts and opinions on Wicked for Good. If you've seen it, or now you're planning on seeing it, even though after the spoilers, but besides the point, subscribe if you haven't already. And other than that, I'll leave you guys to it. Until next time, bye.